Welcome back to the channel, and we have an important question in today's video. Will XRP hit $10? I know XRP is one of the most popular crypto coins. From crypto OGs to kind of retail and casual investors, everybody loves this token and has been pushing it pretty hard over the past year or so. In this video, we're going to dive into some reasonings and questions about, can this hit $10? Will it be possible? And everything around that. But of course, before we get any further, as always, remember the usual disclaimer that nothing here in today's video should be taken as financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and you should treat this strictly for educational purposes. So XRP had quite a lot of stigma around the token. So it's a decentralized public blockchain here. Again, a full utility token with a lot of use. I really like the payment side of it. And again, with a lot of companies trying to move on-chain, XRP is a perfect path for them. So the token itself here, we can see currently sat at around $2.40. So for it to hit $10, we're going to look at over a 4x return here. So these are pretty highly speculative predictions, but anything in crypto can be possible. So taking a look at the chart history, we of course can see in the 2018 bull market, it peaked at around $3.30. So XRP, if you take a look at the supply here, we can see there's a maximum supply of, well, just shy of 100 billion tokens, but circulating is only 58 billion. So 58% of the XRP tokens are circulating currently. A lot of these tokens are locked by early investors and founders. So the market cap, well, the FDV, fully diluted valuation, can actually appear a lot higher because not all of the tokens are currently circulating. So back in 2018, the XRP FDV actually flipped Bitcoin briefly. I know it seemed wild. If you're back there, that actually happened. So this coin does have the potential. We of course then saw a bit of a rally in 2021 to $1.50, but then in the past year or so, XRP has been making its comeback. It previously had the lawsuit situation, which was the ongoing case. People kind of were a bit unsure, but as soon as that got dropped here, we can see, the Ripple versus SEC case. With the uncertainty dropping, the token is ready for a massive, massive breakout. So again, this is the regulation. So there's an ongoing legal battle with Ripple and the SEC, which again, that was why this price has been suppressed for so long. The favorable outcome for Ripple, of course, would boost investor confidence and potentially drive the price upward, because a lot of people are currently sidelined about the token. They're unsure really, because if there's a bad case of the SEC and they don't like the token, of course, the price would drop. But given the current, the new government, Trump in, everything is pro-crypto, the case is looking pretty good. And that is why we've seen this pretty big price rally since Trump was announced as the president. Additionally, some other factors is the adoption by financial institutions. Again, the primary use case for XRP are these payments. So we have the cross-border payments here, which is of course very big for companies to use it and for other financial institutions. This increased adoption of Ripple's technology by banks and payment providers would increase the demand for the XRP token. And of course, if banks and institutions are using the token, they can buy this token at scale, which can significantly drive the price up. Of course, the market sentiment is the main thing around the price. Overall market trends and investor sentiment. So we can see we had a great sentiment near the end of last year, which pumped the price up really hard. If we then zoom out to this year, we can see the sentiment in the crypto market dropped quite a bit with Trump's tariff announcements and the fear of a recession, but now things seem to be kind of through the worst of it and we're into the clear. The token price is picking up again. So in terms of competition, the cross-border payment sector is competitive with other cryptocurrencies and traditional systems trying to get for that market share. Of course, currently XRP is the biggest. but that's competition could be limiting the token slightly. Of course, the tokenomics with that supply and distribution here, since a lot of the tokens are locked and not in the circulating supply, that can drive the price up so much easier. Because for a token with all of the coins in supply, compared to XRP with just nearly half, XRP with half the amount of purchases will drive the token up the same as another token with the full supply. So the path to $10. You have heard of the Bitcoin maxis. I feel like XRP holders are like full XRP maxis, especially on social media now, on TikTok, the community, everything is spreading. Kind of like a meme coin in a sense. It's giving that XRP has massive mindshare and massive attention between retail investors. And of course, to get insane gains, people have to really love the token and want to hold it. And that is what the retail sentiment is going for. Everybody is kind of in a community together saying XRP to $10. I'm not selling until $10. And you're going to need that form of community to really get the price to drive all the way up. In terms of it actually hitting $10 though, we can see currently at a $140 billion market cap. This would need to be 4 times the price, but slightly higher. So you're going to be looking at around a $550 million market cap, which currently that would be higher than Ethereum, which is currently at 300 million. But it definitely is possible because Ethereum at its height was higher than that amount. So it could be possible for XRP to get that amount of market cap. It just depends, of course. The FDV would be absolutely huge. It would be at 1 trillion, which at 1 trillion, that is rivaling half of what Bitcoin is currently worth. So that would be some pretty insane things to happen. But again, we're not ruling it out completely here. So of course, the challenges and obstacles will be people selling along the way. And now there are hundreds of thousands of crypto coins. We have different meme coins. We have different L2s. We have the likes of Solana, BNB, Cardano. Now, since there are so many more crypto tokens, the money has to spread between them. Back when XRP had its highs in 2018, there weren't that many crypto coins that people were buying. So it was easy. You would go in and you'd buy your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, your XRP, and your Dogecoin. But nowadays, there's hundreds of different tokens people are buying. So the spread of funds may limit the upside of how high the token could go. But again, that's the same for every token. And of course, looping back the regulatory, if the token starts to rally and then we get some bad news, then that could help make it pull back. But I think on that form, we might be okay. And of course, just market volatility. In the crypto market, you're not going to see, you may see a huge green candle pump, but you're going to have volatility along the way here. We can see the price skyrocketed, but then crashed back down. And there was a long time until it saw, near those highs again. So you have to be ready for the volatility, but potentially this could happen and go absolutely crazy. But let me know your thoughts on XRP down below. Do you think it can hit $10? I think for sure we're going to see some new highs. $4, maybe $5, but let's see if we can hit that dream double-digit $10 mark. I hope you have enjoyed. Again, you can do a lot of research around XRP itself and the ledger. They have a great thing going on here, and institutions are going to adopt it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.